afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Twisted Koi. How are we doing out there, cupcakes? Fucking cold today, innit? That's probably got me ad sensitive. Who gives a shit? Anyway, I see you. Koi Central. Come on, guys. Let's get Matt up to his 1,000 subscribers before Christmas. He is at 989 subscribers. He's a cracking lad, cracking channel, and he's also going to be doing some tropical stuff through the winter, so going to be plenty coming from him. So do me a favour, go across, give Matt a subscribe, give him a thumbs up, give him a comment, tell him the Twisted One sent ya. It will make his day. Well, got a job of pottering around today. I did put the greenhouse heater the other side, like I said, but that didn't really help. So do I put the 80 watt on outside to try and keep the temperature up inside the shed, or do I put the 80 underneath the cover and put the 120 back outside to try and keep the ambient temperature in here below freezing, which might help? So yeah, a lot of pondering. The newbies all settled in lovely. Yeah, I know, I've just disturbed your eating. But yeah, all the newbies in this tank settled in lovely. Settled in an absolute peach. I put blanket weed treatment and clay in, not yesterday but the day before, so I've been in, I've given the skimmer easy pod a clean, so now it's empty. I can get that slide valve innards swapped over, and I can also at the same time open up the ball valve and see if I can tighten it a little bit from inside without making the handle too fucking tight to turn. Otherwise it's just gonna have to stay the way it fucking is, because I'm fed up with fuck arsing around with it, to be totally honest. But once I've got that done, I'm then gonna go out there. Those over there, they're sulking, but they're not too bad. In fact, we can put their air pump on for a minute. That's the other thing I've got to do. I've got to get all these plugs into the switch box now, so I can get that done. That's working a peach now. All the leaks have stopped, so that's that done. The newbies in here are doing all right, but this is going to be the last part of the filtration for the IBC tank, and after chatting with Rick and whatnot and decisions, and yeah, what I'm going to do is that is going to go up there, and I will get another return coming out of that bin to go in there, and basically I'm going to have alpha grog in the top with possibly a bit more flow core underneath, and then the plants are going to go in. I'm going to put the calla lilies at the front, and then I'm going to look at getting some bulrushes to go across the back, which will then make a nice backdrop, and then we'll get the obligatory plants to go in the front to cover the front up, because that is going to get pushed next year. It will get pushed over the winter as well, because once this is in and running, that's getting emptied and they are going over there. So if anyone wants any fish for growing on over the winter, get in touch, because there's plenty of cracking fish available, I'm telling you. And then what's going to happen is all of the smaller ones, so like my chagoy from my spawning, the Deutsch Tancho Shower, the Kin Shower, the Omasako Shower, the Platinum Ogon, that sort of thing, they're all going to go over there, because once I've got that back in, that stays a couple of degrees warmer than this does. So yeah, I think they will actually overwinter better in there. Also, while we're looking at the main pond, I now know that at this moment in time, my pond is at that point where they're not going to get any more food. And the reason I say that is because I've come down today and I've got a string of white poo everywhere, which means they haven't digested shit. Yeah, so, yep, time for them to go on a bit of a fast until the temperatures come up below, above, water temperatures come up below 8 degrees, that's for sure. But yeah, plenty to keep us going and plenty to keep us occupied through the winter, because I've also got to start on these 2 pom-pom trees as well. So yeah, got to get that sorted and underway. This media is going to need a fucking good jet wash before it gets used, that's for sure. And like I say, I've got to make some adjustments to these trays. Originally, the gentleman who owned it had 2 returns coming out. I think that went into a bio chamber that we returned back. But he put nice big holes in. Well, so big holes, no, not having that. So I'm going to be, like I say, I'm going to cut two squares out, bump, bump, and then that is going to go in the bottom. That way, I know then that there is no way that shit is going to be able to gather up in there and fester, let's say. Why isn't my... bollocks. Alright, I'm going to have a go at that as well, because that seems to... Oh, we've got a bit of air going now, but that's not as much as it should be. I know I've got to change the floss, but yeah, that's not pushing a lot of air, so I'm going to have to sort that joint out. It's the one that goes across there. But like I say, everything in here is running tickety-boo. I'll be grabbing some more moss off the roof of the porch, start getting it to grow along there. So yeah, enough of my flip-flap and whatnot. I'll pick you back up in a bit. Whoa, ready, bam-a-lam, whoa. Yeah. You know what it's like when the tune gets you. You know what it's like when the tune gets you. Well, I have had a bit of a nightmare. Fucking 7 batteries, not one of them fucking... But, I tell you what, it has worked. I've got to admit, this is pure fucking fluke, but it's worked out absolutely fucking perfect. I've got to put a stay across the middle just to stop it from dropping down, and yeah, it's going to work exactly the way I imagined it, especially when I get the other bar in. See, I've got to put a little bit of wood either side just to put a good bit of support in there. But if you look, once that returns straight like that, and this is moved back, because I'll put it down a second. If I move that back to where it's gonna be, like that, and once that's straightened up, holes down here and across there to spray this way. And when I put a bar in here, what I'll do is I will put a 45 and a 45 on it, and then put a bar going across the front. But the bar going across the front will be 1.5 inches, not 2 inch. But yeah, that's where it will sit. And I honestly think that I might be better off just letting it chuck straight through the bottom. Straight through the bottom. I've got to clean all the shavings off the top of the water, but they're alright, they're alright. I'm just debating on which bit of wood do I use, a bit of decking that will lift it up slightly. Now I'm going to have to move the water pipe. I'm going to put screw a piece of wood on the inside at this level, and then that will sit on there perfect. Yep, and then I'll give it a bit of a sloosh out, and then we'll get some bits done. But yeah, I am seriously thinking of just I'm going to leave the top for the minute. I'm not going to put the alpha grog in yet, because I think I'm going to have to get some more of something else to bolster it slightly. But what I am going to do, if I'm going to cut the bottom out, what I will do is I will put some bits of 1.5 inch pipe in, lifting that away from the bottom itself, I think, because then it will just lift the media up that little bit further. But yeah, that should just pour straight down into there. And as you know, I've got to get one of them grabber things so I can pick up some of these leaves. But yeah, I honestly think that is going to work an absolute treat. That's worked out perfect. Oh, I love it. Love it. And then it's let's get some lagging and stuff on them, because once this is up and running, then I will start shifting these ones over from over here. Ooh, look, red kajaku. And my air pump's just hissing away to itself. So yeah, still got plenty to do. We will come back to you shortly. Hey, well, we are losing the light rapidly, but we are getting there, cupcakes. My air pump is singing away to itself, so I'm going to get the tape around that joint. Turn that off. Right, I've got this bit of pipe here that's got to go up there on that there spray bar up there, and then I'm going to drill some holes. The top tray is empty at the moment. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to lift that up, that net down there with that alpha grog in. I'm going to lift that up, and I'm just going to put it inside for the minute, because one, I need to grab the other bit of egg crate to go in the bottom, and two, I want to get some more media in there. I want the flowers right up top. I don't want them down low. So literally it will just run cold water straight through the top. Then I haven't even cut the bottom out on the top one, but I have the bottom one's all done in, flow cores in. Could do it a little bit more in there, but Jesus Christ, uplift 110 litres of well, it's about 80 litres of media in there bouncing about, and then 2 showers, or a shower should I say, gravity returning. I think I'll be out for a fucking nuke at this one by the time it's fucking while it's mature. But yeah, all in. That bottom one is not going anywhere, and of course I can get some ferns and stuff to go along the front, very much like I've got in there. So as I say, I've left the bottom in as it is for the minute. I'm literally going to get this piece of pipe sealed in here, and then I'm going to drill some holes just so that it can start a bit of the return process, and I can fire the system back up again. I've still got to do the hinges, but other than that, yeah, I'm happy with that. That's going to look sweet once it's finished, and no doubt another one I'm going to have to build a frame for when it comes to winter. So yeah, let me get this this bit of piping, get some holes drilled, and then we'll fire this puppy back up. Well, cupcakes, it is a very sad day, and it's sad in the fact that I'm now asking out there, is there anyone that is able to and would like to give my son's turtles a good home to go to? he just hasn't got the time for it anymore, and with work and stuff, and he's going to be taking over his boss's business. So yeah, he just hasn't got the time at the moment. What there is in there is a, from what I can remember, a Mississippi map turtle and a little razorback turtle. Now the razorback turtle is a fully aquatic turtle. It only comes up to the surface, and the tiny little tip of his nose comes out. He gets some breath and then he goes back down. But whereas the bigger one will come out of the box and bask and that, as opposed to just staying in the water. The tank itself is 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. There is the basking box on top. I will spin you around in a second. There is the koi pond filter that runs it. The only thing that will be different is the pump that runs the filter. That is it. You will get a fully running pump that will be able to run the tank and the filter. It's just that's my 2,500 Veriflow, and that's needed elsewhere. So yeah, if there is anyone out there that would like to give the turtles a new home, then please drop me an email or let me know in the comments, and yeah, we'll go from there. So spin you round, turn the flash off, I don't need that in here. So what you've got is a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot tank with rocks, and everything else will come with it. This one, as far as we are aware, is a male Mississippi map turtle, and snoozing up the back there is the little razorback, and the 2 little koi that are in here will also go as well. I think that one is actually a Matsukao, but that one there is actually a really pretty Ginrin Hiatsuri. So yeah, and it comes with this Dirty Great koi pond filter. And you've got a debris firkin here that you rush up and down the brushes, the sponges even, and then you flush it out to waste via the outlet there. Oh, shut that up. Make sure that's shut properly. So yeah. So if there is anyone out there, drop me a comment. If you've got my number, give me a call or drop me a message. Failing that, my email address is in my channel description. Drop me an email and we will go from there. I'm not going to take the first person that comes up. I do really want, and my son does want, these to go to a home where they are going to be completely looked after like they should be and like they have been. It's just that I've been the one that's doing it, and with the fish and everything else, I just can't concentrate on them and the fish. So it's time to find them a new home. Anyway, on with the video. Well, there we go. That's me done for the day. I've got it up and running for the moment, and I'm bloody happy with it, to be totally honest. And when I get the other outlet on there, I can turn the pump up and then it'll be working a treat. But let me spin you around. Put the flash on, Vincent. So they're loving life. In fact, they have had a bit of food. They have eaten it. But as you can see, we've got nice shower action coming through. And once everything's sorted and tickety-boo, then Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. But these in here seem alright. So the next thing to do will be to net up the tow side tank and have a look through them, just in case there's the odd one or two that I might want to put in the growing on tank for the moment, but the rest will go across there into the IBC tank. They are just having a bit of a munch at the moment as well. These have had a very little bit, and I'm just about to get the brush out on the floor, but as you can see, what blanket weed there was has now started to feck off. There's still a little bit there. But yeah, they're all doing good. Still got to get that Shisui in the bowl. And the big Matsuba. There's one of the Aka Matsubas there. There's two of them. But Betty is looking absolutely lovely. And if all things go well, I should be able to measure her in the new year, because one of the Christmas presents is a bowl to be able to measure with the bigger fish in. So yeah, chuffed to bits. But yeah, as you can see, spray bar is literally just bouncing around in there for the minute, and all I did was I got that net that's full of alpha grog, I just dropped that in. I reckon I'm gonna need, yeah, I think I'm gonna need at least 3 bags of alpha grog before I start putting the plants in. So once I get another outlet in there, then that will start cooking properly. But it's running, that's the main thing. So here we go. Like I say, they're all swimming about in there, and I'm sure that will soon clear up. That'll probably end up needing a clean tomorrow. So yeah, that's about it for today, folks. So as always, I've been Twisted Koi. You lot out there, you are always great, and we will probably see you at the weekend. If not for a video from me, definitely on Sid's auction on Sunday on Sid's channel, A Cheaper Koi India. Come over, give him some support. I know he's not selling fish over here at the moment, but drop in, show some support, give him a thumbs up and tell him I sent you. He will love it. Anyway guys, we will catch you later.
That's all, cupcakes.